All right, Daniel, we are set for a special attraction here at the Cruiserweight Classic. And it's NXT's Oney Lorcan making his way to the ring.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring, representing the United States, Oney Lorcan!
Yeah, it would have been interesting to see how Oney Lorcan would have done in the Cruiserweight Classic. You know, he's contemporaries with guys like Cedric. You know, he wrestled and evolved with a lot of guys like TJ Perkins. So it would have been interesting to see how he would have done. I'm not sure he would have quite made the 205-pound mark.
Best birthday ever, by the way, December 21st, as we welcome now a man who, well, the world is still buzzing about his performance against Kota Ibushi in the tournament. He may have lost the match, but he gained a whole new level of respect. Cedric Alexander.
And his opponent, representing the United States, weighing in at 200 pounds, Cedric Alexander!
Daniel, you talked about how impressed you were in the fact that he lost over 20 pounds to make the 205-pound cruiserweight limit. What else impressed you about his performance against Kota Ibushi?
I mean, just the heart, just the fact that he never gave up. He was in there with somebody he really looks up to, one of the best in the world, and not once did he ever look like he doubted himself.
And that performance earned him a ticket to WWE's Monday Night Raw. Of course, the Cruiserweights exclusively on Monday Night Raw beginning September 19th. And Cedric Alexander will be one of the participants battling NXT's Oney Lorcan here on the Cruiserweight Classic.
Yeah, and you can see just from that one performance, the reaction of the crowd, the way that they treated him like a superstar when he came out. That was a career transforming, even in the loss, it transformed his career into him being one of the most popular guys on the Cruiserweight Classic.
Alexander defeated Clement Petchu in the opening round of the Classic, then, of course, defeated by Kota Ibushi in an instant classic in the second round. But Oney Lorcan, hey, he can respect Cedric Alexander, but Oney Lorcan's here to beat Cedric Alexander. And Lorcan, trained by some of the very best, including Killer Kowalski, Lance Storm, and Sho Funaki.
Yeah, he goes everywhere trying to learn more and more. He's a tremendously skilled technical wrestler. But he also has that grittiness to him that not a lot of guys have.
You know, Cedric Alexander told us that his dream opponent in WWE is two-time WWE World Champion Dolph Ziggler. Fell short at SummerSlam, and of course Ziggler on SmackDown. Alexander will be a part of Raw, but right now just grounding Oney Lorcan. Lorcan back up to a vertical base. Both of them looking for the advantage early here, Daniel.
Yeah, just by looking at the two, I would say that Cedric's a little more powerful. But sometimes strength is hard to gauge by just looks alone.
Alexander lands on his feet, blocks the chop. Lorcan avoids the roundhouse, so both of them have done their homework tonight.
Yeah, but check out the speed of that high kick by Cedric Alexander. Oney Lorcan lucky to get out of the way of that.
Greco-Roman knuckle lock. Test of strength, and talk about Alexander potentially having the advantage. It's all about leverage as well as Lorcan.
Yeah, Oney Lorcan using leverage to his advantage there. Getting the leg behind the knee of Cedric Alexander, taking him down to the mat.
Nice kip up by Alexander, avoid the pinning predicament. They continue to battle in the Greco-Roman knuckle lock. Monkey flip by Lorcan. Puts the shoulders down for a 1 count. And from the bottom, you would think, yeah, Lorcan has the advantage from this position. But man, the athleticism of Cedric Alexander continues to be on display. Looking for that double hand Northern Light suplex, and now it's Alexander looking for the monkey flip. Instead turns it into a hurricanrana.
Yeah, look at the athletic ability of Cedric Alexander.
Deep arm drag by Alexander, and again blocks that chop and delivers another arm drag. Oh, and finally Lorcan.
That's that rough edge of Oney Lorcan that I was talking about. He really knows how to bring it to his opponents in a physical way.
Lorcan signed with WWE last September. Now a member of the NXT roster, sends Alexander into the turnbuckle. Tip up by Alexander. It's right there by Alexander, and again with the kip up and a standing drop kick to boot.
He is so light on his feet.
Lateral press doesn't hook the leg, only gets a 1 count.
Oney Lorcan checking his teeth there. I wouldn't be surprised if he was missing 1 or 2 after that drop kick.
And after that forearm smash.
Yeah. He chopped in so hard he hurt his hand. Oh, beautiful European uppercut.
Jacking the jaw of Alexander. Now has him over that middle rope, and there's the neck breaker, the hangman's neck breaker over the middle rope by Oney Lorcan. And that has really done a number on the neck of Alexander. Back press, hooks the leg, only a 1 count. But man, he needs to continue to target the neck of Alexander. He seems to be in a lot of pain, Daniel.
Yeah, those neck breakers can be vicious. I know what it's like to have neck problems. Alexander's got to be really careful here.
Lorcan targeting the chest.
Oney Lorcan is just so physical. Alexander sometimes relies on his athleticism so much. Oney Lorcan really just relies on his toughness. I mean, he's a great technical wrestler, but a lot of his style is just grit and toughness. Look at his grind his head into Alexander's face.
Bullying Alexander with those chops. Now, obviously, we can hear them. We know that they sting. What else do those knife-edge chops do to your opponent, Daniel?
I mean, they're loosening up that chest area, making it hard for Alexander to breathe, really knocking the wind out of him. Look at this reverse cravat by Oney Lorcan. Going after the neck even more. He's so good at grinding the neck in ways that it's not supposed to go.
Forearm to the back by Oney Lorcan, the native of Boston. Competed all over the world, including a tour of China. Now putting roots down in NXT, but wanting to knock Cedric Alexander off here in this special attraction on the Cruiserweight Classic. Cedric Alexander garnering a lot of press, well-deserved, after that barn burner against Kota Ibushi, but having his hands full now with Oney Lorcan. Oh, backslide by Alexander.
Great counter to the neck breaker. Wow! Headbutt right to the jaw by Oney Lorcan.
Both of them seeing stars after that. Lorcan struggling to get to Alexander, who is in a prostrate position. Now supine. Alexander could be out. No! Able to lift that shoulder. But Cedric Alexander appears to be in a bad way here after that strike.
That's what I'm talking about the grittiness of Oney Lorcan. He's not afraid to use any part of his body. Just headbutting Cedric Alexander right in the jaw, and now going back to that neck. He's got a half Nelson, really pulling on that chin.
Yep, half Nelson, weird chin lock, and you're right, he's wearing down Alexander. Meanwhile, the crowd rallying behind. Alexander able to escape with that arm drag. Oh, and a forearm right across the jaw of Lorcan. Oh, man, but Lorcan looking to turn Alexander's pilot light off with a shot like that. Corner mount. Running clothesline by Alexander, and again, he continues to use the clothesline to wear down Lorcan. Reversal. It's right into the boot. Springboard clothesline by Cedric Alexander, buying himself a few seconds of respite.
Yeah, Cedric Alexander is just so athletic. I don't know anybody on the planet who gets as much height on his flying clothesline as Cedric Alexander did right there.
Waist lock, the side headlock though by Lorcan. putting the squeeze, now dropping the elbow to the nape of the neck.
Oney Lorcan's done a great job of focusing on Cedric Alexander's neck.
Standing switch by Alexander. O'Connor roll by Alexander. 2 count. Handspring. Oh! Into that roundhouse kick, and Cedric Alexander showing off his athleticism and his resilience. Well scouted by Lorcan.
Yep, smart getting out of the way there.
Springboard, but right into a European uppercut, like a gunshot. And another European uppercut by Lorcan. Jackknife cover. Lorcan with a potential upset. No! Only Lorcan wouldn't mind a few of those press clippings that Cedric Alexander earned based on that incredible match with Kota Ibushi, but he is in tough tonight against the NXT veteran.
It's hard not to get excited with action like this. That uppercut out of the air was unbelievable.
Incredibly well timed by Oney Lorcan.
With the half Nelson here again.
Looking for that half Nelson suplex, back elbow by Alexander. Handspring, but runs right into a forearm to the back. And there's that half Nelson release suplex by Lorcan. Jack in the back of Cedric Alexander. A full head of steam with another European uppercut to the spine. Back press, hooks the leg. Alexander able to power out. What a match from Oney Lorcan, really trying to make a mark here tonight at this special attraction of the Cruiserweight Classic. He knows what a win over Cedric Alexander would do for his career.
Yeah, and I'm really impressed with Oney Lorcan's uppercuts in this match. You know, Cedric Alexander has come in with all the hype after that Kota Ibushi match. He's going to be part of the Raw's Cruiserweight division, but Oney Lorcan is not intimidated whatsoever. He's trying to make his mark against Cedric Alexander right here.
Perches him on the top turnbuckle, wanting to make a definitive statement. He's already worked on the back with the half Nelson release suplex, but Alexander, oh, man,
Headbutt of his own. Cedric Alexander not afraid to get a little bit gritty too.
A leaping, clubbing forearm again to that back of Cedric Alexander.
Oh, he's not going for a half Nelson suplex off the top, is he?
Going for an avalanche half Nelson suplex, and Alexander almost landing on his feet, avoided the full brunt of it. Oh, man! Overhead belly to belly right into the corner goes Oney Lorcan, crashing into that corner. Oh, lumbar check by Alexander, and the lumbar check leads to the 1, 2, 3. Wow, did he pull that out quickly?
He sure did. I think
Here's
he
your
shot
winner,
Lorcan.
Cedric Alexander!
He pulled out the great equalizer, that lumbar check, because until that point, he was in tough against Oney Lorcan, and yet Alexander proves to be victorious with a hard-fought win here in this special attraction on the Cruiserweight Classic.